come in and put your name on that sign-in sheet. Actually, no, leave it as.
Just on camera?
Or leave it.
Do I have a sign seat?
You can sit wherever you want. But when you come in, if you'll put your name on here so I don't misspell anybody's name.
Oh, we get our own desk?
Sign-in sheet.
Oh, fancy.
Yep, you guys get your own desk. Everybody coming?
Do you guys
We're
drink
gonna
all
have
that?
five people. Everybody coming? We're gonna have five.
Everybody's going, oh.
Is there anything crazy?
It's gonna have to scream
Here's an extra.
I'm gonna have to see your seat. I gotta have my computer outside of camera shot.
You guys sit wherever you want to sit. You should have anything on your desk. Who didn't sign this thing?
I didn't.
You put your name on here, so don't mess it up. Alright, so get this thing started. So my name is Deron Moore. We're going to be teaching, learning about Centrals of Firefighting, 7th edition is the book, chapter 7, Ropes and Knots, right? So most of you guys are already ropes knot certified. I do have my ropes and knots, I guess you would call it, the level of basic ropes and knots, whatever that would be again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, well, on your desk, you should have 3 papers, all skill sheets. So at the end, we'll do a skills evaluation. We'll go through and go over it also. As we go through this, we'll kind of look through it. That way you guys have an idea what we'll do at the end for the skills evaluation. Everything that's in the PowerPoint is on these skill sheets. So if there's any questions throughout, just let me know. You should have a piece of paper for notes, writing utensil, little piece of rope, some safety glasses, and everybody should have gloves. If you don't have one of those things, just let me know. I'll get you taken care of. All right, get started. So, chapter 7, ropes and knots. What's this thing not working now? All right. Learning objective number 1, we're going to differentiate between life safety rope and utility rope. So, life safety rope, as you guys know, it's going to be used for us, rescue operations, rescuing ourselves. Utility rope is just going to be basic use, pulling, equipment, things like that. So a little bit more about life safety rope uses are going to be rescue and emergency operations, like I said, raising, lowering, supporting, not to be used for utility purposes. So you can see demonstrating some basic life safety purposes there as they're raising or lowering that dummy to the ground. The construction is going to be only block creel construction using continuous filament. Virgin fiber for load-bearing elements is suitable. Life safety rope. Manufacturers provide information about use, inspection, maintenance, retirement. So anything you need to know about life safety rope should be in the manual that the life safety rope comes with. Ropes must pass field inspections. Those are the inspections you guys do, or if the department has somebody that they contract out to come look at your rope. Criteria to be reused for life safety rope. So if you use it and you need to reuse it, there's some things you need to look for. No abrasions or visible damage, no exposure to heat or direct flame, no exposure to load impact, no exposure to materials that can deteriorate the rope. So as we go along, we'll talk about more stuff that'll cause that. Life safety rope. Maintain a rope log throughout the rope's working life. Must be permanently identify by marking or labeling, removing rope from service. It is subjected to impact load. If it is subjected to impact load, fails inspection, has been used as utility rope or is marked for destruction, refer to SOPs for reclassification or destruction. So basically, you just want to keep a log, a rope log for your ropes. Make sure they are identified for whether it's life safety or utility, because obviously that's very important on what you're using. So, utility rope uses: hoisting equipment, securing unstable objects, cordoning off areas. Industry standards, but no NFPA standards. Downgraded life safety rope may be used as utility rope. So, like I said, so you can use that life safety rope for a while, find something in it, abrasion or something like that, and you're ready to move on from it. You can still use that rope, but it has to be used as utility rope. Inspect for damage regularly. So you're looking for those things, those abrasions, burns, chemical degradation, all those things. Caution: ensure that downgraded life safety rope is clearly marked as utility rope. So you guys have rope on your truck, make sure it's marked, and make sure you know whether it's life safety versus utility. Very important. How are life safety and utility rope different? Anybody can answer.
Life safety is for people, utilities for equipment.
Cool, yeah. So life safety is going to be for your rescue operations, things of that nature, whether you're rescuing yourself or somebody else. Utility equipment, like you said, hoisting, pulling, all those things. Learning objective number 2, describe the various materials and methods used to construct rope. So I'm going to get into different types of ropes and materials used for those ropes. So we got two different types of materials: synthetic fibers and natural fibers. Synthetic fibers use mostly for life safety rope, or used for life safety and utility ropes. Natural fibers only used for utility ropes. Rope construction materials: main difference between synthetic and natural fiber ropes affects use and longevity. Natural fibers lose their strength when wet and rot rapidly. Synthetic fibers, so these are the synthetic fibers that are used: polypropylene, polyester, nylon, polystyrene, Kevlar, Spectra. The disadvantage of synthetic ropes is heat, so they melt when they're exposed to heat. It's synthetic. Advantages: excellent resistance to water, mildew, mold, rotting, or shrinkage. Longer life than natural fiber rope, lightweight yet strong, easy to maintain. Natural fiber rope is going to be your plant fibers, so manila, sisal, hemp, and cotton. Disadvantages: they are prone to mildew and mold, so we don't want to really get them in water or anything like that. Deteriorates when exposed to chemicals. Burns when in contact with embers or flames. It's not good for us. Advantages: more resistant to sunlight than synthetic rope. Chars rather than melts when exposed to heat. So a little bit better for heat, but then again it's not. So. Review question: what advantages do synthetic ropes have over natural fiber ropes? Any answers?
Longer life,
Longer life.
resistance to mold and mildew.
It's a little more efficient, right? Rope construction, types of rope construction. So you got 4 different types here. You got the kerr mantle, laid, that's going to be more with your natural fiber ropes. Braided, braid on braid, that's where you're going to get your really strong ropes. The more braid you have there. Kerr mantle rope, there's your external sheath. That's what it looks like. I don't know what these are, but you guys. Might be the kerr mantle, yeah.
Yeah, see it.
It's usually what we have around the fire station, kerr mantle rope. It's a dynamic rope, high stretch. Dynamic kerr mantle rope is high stretch, used when long falls are possible, designed to stretch without breaking. Elasticity is a disadvantage. when raising and lowering heavy loads, not used for rescue or hoisting. So your static curb mantle rope used for rope rescue operations, rappelling, hoisting, where falls are not likely, or only short falls are possible, designed for low stretch without braking. Must not elongate more than 10% when tested under a load equal to 10% of its braking strength. Basically, your static rope is going to be more for your life safety stuff, with your dynamic rope being for more of your equipment. Laid twisted rope, like I said, there's going to be more natural fibers. Disadvantages: susceptible to abrasion and other physical damage. Damage immediately affects rope strength. Advantages are it's easy to inspect. Braided rope, less likely to twist than laid rope. Vulnerable to abrasions and damage. Most commonly used utility rope. Most use in synthetic fibers. Braid on braid rope, it's a very strong rope, does not resist abrasions as well as curb mantle rope. Sheath may slide along in their core, most often used as utility rope. How is curb mantle rope different from braid on braid rope? Answers.
Curb mantle is more used for life safety, but on braid's not.
There you go. So yeah, your curb mantle, if we go back, yeah, you got the life safety, it's just you got two different types of curb mantle ropes. There's a lot that you can use curb mantle rope for, whether it's life safety or you want to use it for hoisting or anything like that. There's just a lot of uses for it. That's why you usually find this on the fire trucks and stuff like that. Whereas braid on braid, it is very strong, but it just has the use for utility rope. Well, there's a question here. In a rescue operation where a vehicle has fallen over the side of a cliff, would it be more appropriate to use dynamic curb mantle rope or static curb mantle rope, and why?
Dynamic is possible to have a long fall.
Okay. Any other ideas? So it's hard to say here because it's not really saying whether we're trying to hold the vehicle or I'm guessing that more than likely we're trying to get a patient back up or lower one of our people, so down to where the vehicle is. So more than likely, I mean, going back to this slide, probably going to use, I would think, the static curb mantle rope, because that's what we can use for rope rescue operations, rappelling, hoisting. So I think the static would be what they're looking for here. Learning objective number 3, describe the procedures for inspecting, cleaning, and maintaining ropes. So we've got this, one of our sheets here is, goes over this, so we might look at that while we go through this. Inspecting, cleaning, skill sheet number 18, inspecting, cleaning, and storing rope. So just going over that real quick. Step 1 through 7, it wants us to examine the entire surface of the ropes for cuts, abrasions, stains, chemicals, damage, odor, or fraying. So that's kind of some stuff that they've been talking here, some of the stuff that we've been looking at that could affect the rope. Examines the inner component, filling for lumps, depressions, or soft spots. Verbally explains that he or she would tag and remove from service any severely damaged ropes. Records use in a rope log. Verbally explains how rope will be washed using water, mild detergent, or per manufacturer's recommendations, which is always a good way to go. Thoroughly rinsing is required. States that after he or she would allow the rope to air dry completely, performs an additional inspection after drying, properly stores the rope using the coil method and rope bag storage. Alright, so that's some of the stuff we'll go through here. Just trying to watch and see what we need for this, for that practical. So, inspect after each use an unused rope at least once a year. Document inspections in a rope log. So going back to the rope log, you know, have a rope log is good to have. Definitely helps from crew to crew. As a fire department, we're always switching from crew to crew. You know, the other place I worked, when I was on the rope team, we kept a rope log, and it was pretty important that we kept training or we went out and used the ropes on actual call, that we mark down every time we use the ropes, because so those are life safety, and when it happens, you wanna make sure that your ropes are good. Damage is found, remove it from service and have rope destroyed. Things you might be looking for is embedded glass, metal shavings, splinters, foreign objects, all that nasty stuff that can get caught up in a rope on calls. Gotta look out for it. Inspecting rope, curmental rope, damage may not be obvious. Put slight tension on the rope and feeling for lumps, depressions, or soft spots. If sheath is damaged, cord is probably damaged. Cord can be damaged without damage on the outer sheath. If any doubt with rope's integrity, or if it is excessively fuzzy, remove it from service. So you guys know what to look for on those ropes, those lumps, depressions, soft spots. Fuzzies, you all seen it on the ropes. If it's utility, maybe okay, but if it's life safety rope, definitely want to get it out of service or talk to your captain about it. Inspect curmental rope for damage to the cord and the sheath, irregularities in shape or weave, foul smell, discoloration, roughness, abrasions, deterioration, and fuzziness. Synthetic laid rope, untwist to inspect. Mildew isn't necessarily a problem, but should be removed. Inspect synthetic laid rope for soft, crusty, stiff, or brittle spots. Excessive stretching, cuts, snips, abrasions, chemical damage, dirt or grease, obvious flaws. So, we're just looking for some of those things. Natural fiber laid ropes. So these are very susceptible to damage. Deteriorates with age. Removed from service at the end of manufacturer's recommendation. Service for life. Recommended service for life. Inspect natural fiber laid rope for ruptured fibers and powdering. Spots between the strands or odors that indicate rot or mildew, rust spots, accumulation of greasy materials. So all that stuff can affect natural fiber ropes. And not only is it affected, but it'll affect it pretty quick. That's usually why we only use it for utility. Rope rot will spread from rotten rope to new rope if stored next to one another. Immediately remove rotten rope and surrounding ropes from service. Clean and reinspect rope. Clean, dry, ventilate storage area before putting rope back into it. Inspecting rope, inspect braided rope for nicks, cuts, heat, sears, excessive or unusual fuzziness, mushy spots or deformities. Inspect braid on braid rope for heat, sears, nicks, cuts, lumps, shrunk in diameter, questionable wear. So a lot of the same things. Kind of get a good idea what to look for. When inspecting rope, what kind of damage would require that the rope be removed from service?
Melting. Melting.
Yep, so melting, charring, that's
Tears.
heat damage, tears, cuts, those fuzzies,
Embedded materials.
embedded materials. Alright. Rope maintenance and guidelines: avoid abrasion and unnecessary wear, avoid sharp angles, bends, and knots. Protect the ends from damage, avoid sustained loads, avoid rust, prevent contact with chemicals, reverse ends of rope periodically. So that's something we don't do a lot. A lot of times you load a rope into a bag and you never reload it. So something to do every once in a while is take your rope and reload it the opposite way. You use different sizes of rope. Do not walk on rope. It's something else we could probably do a better job of. It's important just to make sure you're taking care of your equipment because it's our lifeline. Discussion question: your department has recently had an issue with rope maintenance causing more ropes to be discarded than necessary. Make a short, easy to remember rope maintenance list to share with the department personnel. So what's some short, easy to remember rope maintenance list to share with the department personnel? So what's some things we could put on a rope maintenance list to make it easier for the department to remember?
Inspect and clean rope.
Yeah, inspect
A
and
list
clean.
of the main things to take it out of service for.
Yeah. Maybe put like a date on it or something, or make a day, every bi-weekly or something, or every month that you go out and you do rope day, check on the rope. Cleaning synthetic rope: remove surface debris, wash using water, mild detergent, fabric softener, dry rope immediately. Washing by hand, place in utility sink with water and detergent, scrub with bristle brush, can use mesh bag to soak rope, rinse thoroughly. Rope washing device, bristle, line plastic tube with garden hose connection, rope is manually fed through the device. Multi-direction streams of water removes mud and surface debris, cannot be used with detergent, does not address deep cleaning